All my friends had guns. I mean, that's just what it was. It wasn't no secret, nothing to hide or nothing. It wasn't hard to get. Everybody had them. That's just growing up. You know, you would be hard pressed to find somebody who didn't have a gun. I'm Walter Poindexter, and I served roughly close to 13 years in the feds. People don't want to be in a situation where you got to worry about if you're going to have to shoot somebody, if somebody's going to try to shoot you or take your life. We have become immune to going through it because it's second nature now. You grow up in it, as opposed to somebody else coming. They see stuff like a whole bunch of teddy bears on a pole. We know what that means. You know, somebody got shot and killed there.
Guns are made not to wear out. They're tools. They're like a hammer or a saw. If they force gun manufacturers to stop manufacturing guns tomorrow, our community, the community right around here, wouldn't see any difference in gun violence for 20 or 30 years, maybe 40. It's a virus. If you do not treat a virus, it gets worse. It spreads. I'm Trevor Brooks, founder of Gun Bill. I hail from Baltimore City. What Gun Bill does is we incentivize nonviolent offenders to value their freedom over their guns. Over the last 40 years, we have 370 million guns in circulation. 90 million of them or so are registered. So that leaves 250 million plus guns that we have no idea where they are. It's not a hard stretch to figure out that over the last 40 years, a large percentage of them have filtered down through illicit means into the wrong hands.
I grew up, you know, up here. This is Belvedere, Park Heights and Belvedere. This particular spot here, we used to shoot dice. You know, we get out, we shoot dice down here, and you know, people talk about getting shot, man. You know, a lot of people have been shot there.
Less than 5% of all gun homicides in this country are committed with legally obtained guns by a legal owner. Our goal is not only to remove the gun, it's to change the social outlook of that individual. If we can change 3 out of 10, there's still examples in the community that are talking to the next generation.
This is Park Heights, and this is the neighborhood that pretty much where all the magic happened for me, you know, for growing up. This is where my morals, my integrity, and just the way that I view life, so to speak, was instilled in me in these streets here, You know, people used to live in all these, and as you can see now, this is inevitably what things are going to come to when you have these impoverished neighborhoods. When I say, you know, people getting shot daily, I'm not talking about 1 or 2 people. To have made it and survived that is a feat in itself.
Gun violence prevention is a personal story to me because as a youth, I myself was involved in an incident of gun violence that took the life of a friend and neighbor. And I never meant to hurt him, and he wasn't trying to hurt me, and I'm no one's killer or criminal. So I wondered, if I'm not a killer, why am I here? Why am I in prison for this? It's because I was given a gun. It's because we were given a gun. And from that moment on, I realized that guns were one of the biggest problems in my community, and I set out to change that. I don't believe we're bred for genocide, and I believe that the direct cause of that is the proliferation of those guns in the wrong hands. So if we want to solve our biggest societal problem, then we need the people who've suffered from that problem because they're the ones who really feel the need for change.
We were able to put it together and open Bell Sibo. It opened the door for a lot of things. Man, a lot of people who I knew before, they come up to the restaurant with those same questions. Man, how'd you do it? This is what I want to do, or I want to do X, Y, Z. But they don't have any direction. How can you expect someone to do a certain thing when you don't give them the direction? We don't have to keep going with people saying, don't sell drugs, don't do this, what you can't do. Let's get into telling them what you can do. And not only telling them, showing them what you can do. Because you can say, you can talk all day, but if you're not showing a person, they don't know.